everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you. But this is part 3 of Let's Make a Vintage Fan Purse Together. So I wanted to share with you before we finish up trimming up this lovely vintage fan purse. I cinnamon dyed some fabrics. I'm going to make a flower with you with this one. So this is off of a wedding dress, and I just put it in cinnamon dye. So how I made it was I boiled 5 cinnamon sticks, and I boiled them for 30 minutes, and see the beautiful color. And I boiled it for 30 minutes, and then I took it off the heat, took the lid off, and I let it cool for a few minutes, and then I let it sit in the water for about 20 minutes, and it smells wonderful. So we're going to make a flower together using that, and we will put that here, and we will put a clip on it so you could take off the flower if you wish. And I also cinnamon dyed this applique that we're going to put on the front. I wish that you could smell this. So as I was playing with these beautiful appliques last night, this tool right here was really stiff on the wedding dress. I mean, very stiff, and the cinnamon water softened it up so much, so it's super soft to the touch, and it's just amazing, you guys. You have got to try it. Try the cinnamon dye. It looks just as pretty as tea dye and coffee dye, I promise you. Plus your house will smell good. So I did all these appliques and ribbon trims and insertion lace. This lace is gorgeous. We're going to trim it out with that. And this beautiful pearl trim, I also put that in the cinnamon dye as well. So, and then the rest of it is coffee dyed, so it's going to smell like coffee and cinnamon. And oh my gosh, it's amazing. See the beautiful shabby trim here. So pretty. We're going to put that on the side and then put the pearl there. So I just wanted to show you, I cinnamon dyed all this. I wish you could smell it. So let's just relax and have some fun together and finish this beauty out, okay? So I had some responses about making it look neutral, so I've decided to go all neutral with this. I went ahead and sewed the handle in. So what I did is I just put the needle through here and wrap it around like this with the thread and tie it in a knot. And then the rest of the feather trim, I hot glued it on with the rolled ribbon rose there. So this goes onto your wrist like this, and then you hold on to it like this, and you do this. So what a beautiful evening bag to take out with your honey, or a wedding, or prom, or whatever you wish. This is a perfect, or it just even if you want to feel like a lady at home, right? We all want to feel like a beautiful lady. So this is it. So the inspiration came from this picture from this book. I love this book so much. So let's finish this out. So I went through here and hot glued all this back down onto the doily there and trimmed it out here. So, and then I glued it down, and I left some of the trim up here because I thought it was so shabby. And see, you can see the coffee dye on the edge, and it makes it look so pretty and shabby. The sun is going in and out here. We're having thunderstorms and rain, and it's just beautiful spring weather today. And my roses have bloomed, so I would like to take you out there in the next couple of videos. So I'm still waiting on my beautiful red roses to bloom. But let's finish this out. So I was thinking I need to put this on first. Let's see. Or should I do, no, I think I should do this trim first. So let's go ahead and put this on here. We're going to start on the side. So we need to make sure, look at this trim. It's just a little ruffle trim here. And it's shabbied. So let's make sure, putting it on the right side. All right, so let's just use a little bit of glue. I don't want to use too much. Just a little bit at a time. So I guess we'll put the ruffle up. Yeah, I like that look. Let's put it up. So I hope that you all are doing well today. It's such a beautiful day. And thank you that it is Friday. So do you guys have any plans this weekend? I think I'm just going to, in between the storms, just get some housework done. We've planted a little bit of a garden. We've planted corn. Okay, so there's that. And all the colors are blending in with each other. All right, so I have finished putting in this trim. So this ruffle is facing up, this ruffle is facing down, so it looks like that. And that one is on there. I wonder, well, I already put it in the middle. Right, so now I'd like to put, I'm going to go ahead and put this trim, this pearl trim in. And when the hot glue hits the the coffee dye and the cinnamon dye lace, it smells so good. I wish you guys could be here and smell it. But maybe you could do it yourself, because that would be so much fun. Okay, so we're going to put the trim there. All right, so I put in the pearl trim. Isn't that pretty? So that is really pretty. I really like it right here at the zipper. I think that is really cool in there. Oops. It's pretty and feminine. I like it so much. So now it's time to do the insertion lace. Now this lace, I will leave a link down below where I got it from, but it is also cinnamon dyed, so it smells like cinnamon. And I'm going to insert this beautiful cinnamon dyed ribbon inside the insertion lace, and we're going to put that on the front and the back. Okay, so let's go ahead and start putting the ribbon in. So you just bring it in and out. All right, so I put the insertion lace in, the insertion ribbon into the lace. It is so pretty. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and start gluing. I'm just trying to figure out, I guess I'll start right there on the edge. I should have brought my little tool. And we're going to go along the edge up on top here. I put it on. No, that was right. Oh well. Okay, so I did put it on upside down, so we will fix it now. So we're going to start on this end. Yes, I got that right finally. Isn't that pretty? I love insertion lace. So comment down below. Let me know what is your favorite lace. I think I like all of them. So we're going to start over here. I kind of like this look right here. So I'm going to put the glue right here on the side. And we're going to start there. So we're going to do this on the front and the back. See how pretty that is? All right, so before we do the back side with the insertion lace, I would like to put on this beautiful applique, and I like the tulle hanging over it too. I think it's really pretty. So I'm going to position it where I want it, and then I'm going to start gluing it. So let's glue this on. See how the cinnamon took on the edge a different color? I think it's so pretty. So let's see, we want it kind of like it like that. That's pretty. I think I'll do that right there. I like this hanging off to the side here, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. I like that right there. This right here. I don't like using too much glue, just enough to put it down. I mean, it holds pretty well without using too much. All right, so I finished putting on the applique, and here's a close-up. So now let's go ahead and put the insertion lace on the back on the trim up here at the top. All right, so the insertion lace is on there up close here. So pretty, isn't it? I think I'm going to put this applique right in the middle. So it'd be pretty on either side. I could even put a rose down there at the bottom. See, I like that right there. Okay. I've had so much fun. I thank you all so very much for coming over to my channel and watching my videos. I think you all are so very kind and nice for, for doing that. Oh, I need another glue stick. I like the shabbiness of this applique. So let's go ahead and put another rose right here to cover that. I think that would be really pretty. That one is kind of loose. Let's see, let's do this one right here. So everything's coming together beautifully. Okay, so that is done on the back. And my lace didn't gather right here very well. Kind of wish I used Fabri-Tac so I could have fixed that. Let's see, that looks better, doesn't it? Okay, so now I would like to use some of these roses here, these coffee dyed rolled ribbon roses, and just put them in little places like that, just to fill in some of the gap. I think this is turning out so pretty, and I'm super happy I cut it down. I didn't like how tall it was, but this is my first one. Oh, and I did find some feathers, and I did find it on Etsy. I don't know why I couldn't find it before, but I think I'm going to make another one. I would like to make a dusty pink, and then make miniature journals to go inside, I was thinking about. I think that would be really cool. But what do you guys think? Do you guys like these vintage fan purses? Would you ever like one, or would you ever make one? So leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. I mean, I can make miniature tags for the miniature journal. That would be really cool. That'd be so much fun. Let's put another rose right here. And let me see. I need more right here. All right, so I have finished putting on the rolled ribbon roses, coffee dye, and they look very pretty. I think I'm going to go back through here and put some rhinestone pieces in here next. So I will show you that at the end of this video. But I would like to make a flower with you. I was going to use this one, but I'm going to make a homemade flower with you real quick. Something easy, something to show you. I have my neighbors mowing next door, so I hope you don't hear them, but let's just keep going here. So I want to use this peacock brooch to put in the middle of the flower. So let's go ahead and make this flower real fast. I'm going to use hot glue. I do have 2 felt circles glued already to each other. And I have this circle with a hairpin clip to put behind it. So I cut this out of a wedding dress, dipped it in cinnamon, and I'm going to take the biggest end and take 2 fingers and I'm going to wrap it around. So I want to go ahead and start adding some glue. Do not burn yourself, please. I'm telling myself that too. So you want a loose flower here. Okay, so let's start wrapping. Oh my gosh, the hot glue and the cinnamon smells so good. Oh my goodness. Smells wonderful. Okay, and then we're just going to keep wrapping it now that you have your circle. So this is a bottom of a ruffle off of a wedding dress. So look at the color. It's so pretty. So you just want to do that right there, and then I was going to sew it because I love. So I mean, you could do this on any dress. So if there's a ruffle, and I even cut it down. So here's the flower. Isn't it pretty? It's just so simple and basic. And let's see, I want to see my pretty coffee dye on the back. So let's put the hot glue right here. And then we're going to do the rest of it. Smash it down. Stay. So then we have a beautiful 3D flower. And just like I told you, the tulle softens up in the cinnamon water. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's figure out, I kind of like that right there. So it's going to go in the bag like this. There's probably more. I'll have to clean up all those strings. So let's see here. Guess it really doesn't matter. So let's put the glue on here. I like lots of glue for this part because you need it to stick. Okay, so we could put a center in here. Look how pretty that is. But I want to clip this peacock in here somehow here. So I want it like that. Isn't that pretty? And then we will clip it inside. So let's go ahead and clip it inside the bag. And I found a little spot we could do that at. All these little strings. Let me cut this string off real quick. All right, so I found a little opening right here. See that little hole right there? So I know you could put the clip. Oh, it's still drying. We'll give that a minute, okay? All right, so the glue rested, and see that little hole right there? You just want to work the clip into that hole. See, it needs to go on in though. There we go. So it's going to go onto the fan just like that, and it is big, but you can take it off if you want to. Just if you're displaying it or something, it'd be really pretty. But I want to clip this in here. So let's do that real fast. Let's see here. So somehow here. That way you have a flower and a brooch. All the fun feminine things that we all love. Pearls and rhinestones and flowers and lace. So pretty. Isn't that just so shabby and so pretty? So I want to thank you so very much for going on this fun adventure with me and making this with me and learning with me. This was so much fun. This was new to me. I've never made one of these before, but I would like to make a few more. So let me know down in the comments down below if you would like to see more of these. So this is so much fun. So you could even leave this on and use it. It's completely comfortable. So I do thank you, and I hope that this inspires you to make one as well. And I do thank you so much, and I hope that you all have a blessed day. Bye.